with 2 rules to live the whole damn life: unapologetic, uncompromising, untouchable. Let me ask you something straight and raw. When did you stop living for yourself? When did you trade your fire for approval? When did you dim your voice just to fit in with people who don't even know who the hell they are? You weren't born to play it safe. You weren't created to shrink into a polite version of yourself that keeps everyone else comfortable. Well, that's exactly what happens to almost every single person. They break, they fold, they betray themselves a little at a time until there's nothing left but a shadow wearing a mask. And they call that a life. They smile while dying inside. They nod when they want to scream. They say yes when they should have burned the bridge. And you know why? Because most people are terrified of being unliked, of standing out, of being judged or misunderstood. They'd rather live in chains than risk the freedom of being real. But here's the truth that will slap the weakness right out of you. You only get one life, one. And if you waste it living for anyone else, you lose completely. There are no do-overs, no rewinds, no extra chances to finally get it right. Every single day that you live as a watered-down version of who you are is a day you are spitting on your potential, killing your dreams in silence and giving your power away like it's cheap. But you didn't come this far to be ordinary. You didn't survive all that pain, all that darkness, just to become another copy-paste soul walking the planet in autopilot. You are not meant to be tolerated. You are meant to be unforgettable. That doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you install 2 ruthless rules in your life, 2 unbreakable principles that you live, breathe, and defend with every ounce of your being. Because when you live by rules forged in fire, you stop reacting to life and start commanding. You stop looking for respect and start demanding it without a single word. This world doesn't care what you say you want. It responds to what you tolerate, what you allow, what you let slide. And the moment you start living by these 2 rules, everything changes. People treat you differently. You treat yourself differently. Your energy becomes untouchable. Your presence becomes unforgettable. You won't need to argue. You won't need to beg. You won't need to beg. You won't need to explain. Your silence will say more than your words ever could. Because you'll radiate a level of self-respect that others can feel from a distance. And that makes people either level up or disappear. It's not about arrogance. It's about alignment. It's about walking into every room with the energy of someone who knows exactly who they are, what they allow, and what they will never accept again. You become a walking force field. And once you become that kind of person, someone who obeys their own code, you are powerful. You are alive. You don't need to master everything. You don't need 100 steps. You just need 2 rules, 2 truths carved into your soul like stone. 2 commandments that no fear, no failure, no manipulation can ever shake. These are not suggestions. These are not quotes for your wallpaper. These are laws. And if you live by them, truly live by them, you won't just survive this world. You will bend it around your will. So here they are, the 2 rules to live the whole damn life. Rule 1, never betray yourself to please the world. There is a moment in every person's life where they stand in front of the mirror, not to check how they look, but to face the silent war within themselves. That war is the battle between who you really are and who you pretend to be. And the truth, most people are losing. They're not losing to the world. They're not losing to circumstances. They're losing to the voice in their head that says, tone it down, but stay in line, but be who they want you to be. So they live quietly. That's what betrayal looks like. Not someone stabbing you in the back, but you stabbing your own soul in the chest. And you do it every single time you trade your authenticity for acceptance. You don't need to be a criminal to destroy your own life. All you have to do is keep betraying your truth to avoid conflict. Keep silencing your voice to keep the peace. Keep twisting yourself into knots to be loved. After slow death. Of the death of self-respect. The death of self-worth. The death of everything that made you powerful to begin with. But I need you to hear this like your future depends on it. There is no peace in people pleasing. There is no freedom in fitting in. There is no joy in self-abandonment. Most people are living on autopilot, dancing for claps, posting for likes, speaking to impress, dressing to belong, living to avoid being disliked. They are exhausting themselves trying to be accepted by people who don't even accept themselves. It's insanity, and it's everywhere. But you are not meant for that path. You are not here to fit in. You are not here to be agreeable. You are not here to blend in with the background noise of society. You are here to stand in the fire of your truth, to walk boldly in the direction of your calling, to live so aligned with who you are that it makes people uncomfortable. Because here's the secret. The real ones won't leave. The real ones will rise. And the ones who fall away, good. You didn't lose them. You lost the illusion of who you thought they were. Every time you suppress your real thoughts to avoid rejection, you are shrinking your spirit. Every time you let someone disrespect you just to keep a relationship intact, you are teaching the world that you are okay with being used. And every time you pretend to be fine when you're not, you are digging a deeper grave for your own power. Why do we do this? Because the world taught us early. Be nice, be agreeable, be silent. Don't cause problems, don't rock the boat, don't be a too much. But I say this to you now with absolute clarity and fire in my chest. You were not born to be nice. You were born to be real. You were not born to be digestible. You were born to be unforgettable. Stop hiding. Stop apologizing for your fight. Stop diluting your work so other people can feel safe. Other people can feel safe. There's nothing more terrifying to a broken system than a person who refuses to be controlled. Who speaks their truth, lives by their values, and walks with a spine so straight it makes cowards look away. When you live in your truth, you won't have to chase people anymore. When you live in your truth, you won't have to beg for respect. When you live in your truth, your energy alone will set a boundary stronger than any words could. This rule, never betray yourself to please the world, is the beginning of everything. It is the sword you carry. It is the wall you build around your integrity. It is the blood oath you make to the version of yourself that's been silenced for too long. Because when you stop betraying yourself, you become dangerous, uncontrollable, unapologetic, unstoppable. You don't just walk into rooms. You shift the temperature. You don't just talk. You command. You don't just exist. You lead with truth so raw that it cuts through noise like a blade. Yes, it will cost you people. Yes, it will make some uncomfortable. Yes, it will put you at odds with mediocrity. But you will gain something priceless, your self-respect. And that is the beginning of real freedom. So from this moment forward, make a vow. I will no longer lie to fit in. I will no longer dim to be liked. I will no longer dim to be liked. I will no longer abandon myself to make others comfortable. If I lose people, so be it. I refuse to lose myself again. Burn that into your mind. Brand it onto your soul, because that's rule one. That's where the transformation begins. And that's the standard from now on. You, unfiltered, unbroken, untamed. Rule two, protect your peace like a warrior guards a fortress. You will never live a powerful life if you're always accessible to chaos. You will never build a legacy if your energy is constantly hijacked by drama, noise, gossip, and worthless distractions. You will never hear your purpose if the volume of the outside world was louder than the whisper of your soul. This world is loud. It's chaotic. It's built to rob you of clarity, rob you of energy, rob you of direction. And unless you treat your peace like it's sacred, the world will treat it like it's disposable. People will call you, text you, pull you, provoke you, guilt trip you, suck you into nonsense. And if you don't draw the line with the blade in your hand and steel in your spine, you'll wake up 10 years later, burned out, bitter, and wondering where the hell your life went. Let me tell you what peace is. It's not a luxury. It's not a bonus. It's your fuel. It's your power source. It's your mind's sanctuary. And if your peace is always under attack, then your life will always be in survival mode. And nobody builds an empire from a place of survival. Look around. Most people don't guard their peace. They prostitute it. They give it away to every argument online, to every toxic friend, to every fake crisis, to every manipulator who knows exactly how to trigger them. They check their phones before they even check in with themselves. They scroll through other people's lives before they even show up in their own. And then they wonder why they feel broken, why they feel lost, why they feel like they're constantly behind. But here's the truth. The world didn't break them. They never built a wall to keep the world out. So I'm telling you now, build the wall. Not a wall around your heart, but a fortress around your mind, your time, your energy, your soul. Cut access. Lock doors, burn bridges if you have to. Block numbers, mute notifications. Turn your phone off and your intuition on. Let people be mad. Let them misunderstand you. Let them gossip. Let them wonder. Because you are not here to entertain everyone's chaos. You are here to protect your clarity like your future depends on it, because it does. Protecting your peace is not avoidance. It's not weakness, it's war. Because this world feeds on distraction. It thrives when you're too drained to think. It wins when you're too reactive to focus. But the one who can stay calm, focused, and emotionally sovereign in the middle of noise wins. Every time. That kind of peace, it's not passive, it's aggressive. It's not fragile, it's forged in fire. It doesn't beg to be left alone. It demands it with presence so unshakable that it silences chaos before it even gets close. You've got to start treating your peace like it's the most expensive thing you own, because it is. No dollar amount can replace it. No relationship is worth losing it. No opportunity should be allowed to poison it. You don't need to explain yourself when you protect your energy. Why didn't you reply? Because my soul was busy healing. Why didn't you come? Because I chose silence over stress. Why aren't you available 24/7? Why aren't you available 24/7? Because I'm building something sacred and peace is the foundation. Let that be your attitude. Let that be your boundary. Let that be your new stand. From now on, you don't just live, you guard. You guard your time like it's your last hour. You guard your space like it's a throne. You guard your peace like it's the last piece of heaven you've got on earth. Because when your peace is protected, your focus becomes lethal. When your peace is guarded, your vision sharpens. When your peace is untouchable, your power becomes undeniable. This is rule 2. This is war with distraction. This is your declaration of peace. Anyone who threatens it, emotionally, digitally, mentally, or spiritually, is no longer welcome in your kingdom. Protect it or lose everything that matters. The world respects the discipline, not the drifters. If you forget everything else in life, remember these 2 rules like they are written in fire across your soul. Because the truth is, most people are not living. They're floating. They're existing. They're surviving. They're sleepwalking through decades, waiting for something to change, someone to save them, some miracle to arrive, but nothing comes. No shift happens. Why? Because they don't live by rules. They live by reactions. They move by emotion. They chase validation. They serve fear. And they never once stopped to take command of the one lock they were given. But you are not here to blend in. You are not here to submit. You are here to lead yourself with precision, to dominate your path with clarity, to move like your life is war and your soul is a weapon. And these 2 rules, they are your sword and your shield. Rule 1-1, choose pain today or suffer regret forever. This is the code of the committed. This is how the strong thing. It means doing what hurts now so your future self doesn't rot in regret. It means sweating today so you don't weep later. It means sacrificing distraction for discipline, validation for vision, comfort for character. Because you either feel the sting of growth now or the suffocation of regret forever. And there is no third option. Rule 2, protect your peace like a warrior guards a fortress. This is the creed of the focused. It means not letting the world's noise drown out your purpose. It means cutting access to chaos, shutting doors to drama, and letting nothing disturb your mental throne. Because when your mind is clear, your path becomes lethal. When your soul is calm, your power becomes undeniable. You become unstoppable, not because of how loud you are, but because of how unshakable you become. You want to know what separates legends from the lost? It's not love. It's not love. It's not love. It's rules, discipline, relentless self-respect. It's waking up every day and living by code, not mood. It's doing what you say you do when it's no longer exciting. It's showing up even when the world ignores you. It's protecting your time, your energy, your peace, like your destiny depends on it. Because it does. Every empire, every legacy, every unshakable mind that changed the world was built on unbreakable rules. So carve them into your routine, slam them into your thoughts, tattoo them into your behavior, burn them into your identity. Because if you do, you won't just live, you'll dominate. You won't just exist, you'll leave a crater. You won't just survive, you'll lead a warpath of purpose through a world addicted to weakness. And when people look at you, when they watch how you move, how you walk, how you speak, how you work, they'll know this one doesn't play by the world's rules. This one lives by his own. This one is dangerous. 2 rules, 1 life, burn the rest.